5 essential things needed to make the return of Black people all over the world back to Ghana possible coming up. Hi, my name is Koriwa. Thank you for stopping by. Ghana and a few other African countries have done the right thing by asking Black people to return home, and the call seems to have been heard by many. However, it is my opinion that in order for this call to have massive success, for both the people being called home and the people doing the calling, certain necessary elements need to be addressed. So, here goes. 1. Reconciliation. As majority of Black people around the world are preparing to embark on this journey of rediscovery, and as others are taking the bold step of actually relocating, it is necessary that the elephant in the room be addressed. Truth be told, during the slave trade era, our ancestors as a whole, as one unit, as a community, fought hard and long to protect themselves and their families from being captured, and fought off the white man as best as they could. But the fact still remains that, as in every human history, there are always a few bad nuts that tarnish the image of the whole. There were the brave, the courageous, and the patriots that fought hard and most died fighting to protect their own. But there were also the cowards, the sellouts, the lowest of the low, that did the aiding and abetting, and that issue needs to be addressed to bring peace and closure to many. Our ancestors are long gone, but we, the offspring, should apologize on their behalf to our siblings, our cousins, our brothers and sisters for the part that those unruly ancestors played in the slave trade. Not necessarily because we owe it, but because it is the right thing to do. It is the honorable thing to do. And doing this could potentially bring closure to the people now being called home, if that is at all possible, to part of our history that is both ugly and painful. Those left behind were victims of these cruel atrocities too. Mothers losing their children to the slave trade, sisters losing their brothers, husbands losing their wives. We were all victims. However, the loss of loved ones cannot in any way be compared to the actual suffering of the captured and the humiliation and discrimination and disrespect that they and their progeny have had to endure in a far-away land. For that reason, it is time and it is necessary that as we continue to call our brethren to come home, as we welcome them into our lives, we as the Ghanaian people, we as Africans, need to do the right thing and apologize for the part that some of our ancestors, albeit a very few, but some of them nevertheless, played in aiding and abetting the white men in capturing our mothers and fathers and sending them off into slavery. We need to say we are sorry and actually mean it. The powers that be. We have all been told in one way or the other to go back to where we came from. This is when they thought we had nowhere to go. But now that most Black people are awakening to the fact that we do actually have somewhere to go, will the powers that be happy if we decide to move in droves? This is a question that I've been asking myself lately, and knowing how the powers that be typically operate, what will they do to try and stop us if they think our move won't be in their best interest? Looking back at history, there are many ways that I can think of that they will try to interfere in our exodus, some of which may not be pleasant. But my thoughts on the issue are better left unsaid. However, what I will say is that we need to stay focused and alert. If anything were to happen, God forbid, we shouldn't take anything at face value. We should look deeper for the answers, because there will surely be a trail which will lead us straight to the powers that be. We need to put our ears to the ground and keep our eyes and minds wide open. Specialized skill. Everyone moving to and living in Ghana is an entrepreneur by default. Ghana has no social security systems. Your security system will be the businesses you build. Even if you go to Ghana and get a job, you still will need to have something going on the side. That is why almost everyone in Ghana has a side hustle. So as you make the move, you need to decide what your hustle will be. What businesses will you start? What is critical though is to remember that Ghana requires specialized skills for her to develop. Therefore, sharpen your various skills and make use of them when considering what businesses to start in Ghana. If you're a doctor, consider setting up a small state-of-the-art medical facility and make that your business. If you're an engineer, consider setting up an engineering firm and bid for contracts to fix our roads and other infrastructure so that the percentage of Chinese firms doing these jobs would decrease. If you are an accountant, a nurse, a footballer, a plumber, a trucker, a teacher, a sonographer, in the entertainment industry, a farmer, whatever industry you have a skill in, know that Ghana needs your expertise, your knowledge, and your experience. So go and utilize your skill and make a business out of what you know in some way, shape, or form. The only way we can combat the brain drain is to counter it with brain gain. Proper planning. For the return of both Ghanaians living in the diaspora and all other Black people around the world to be possible, it is necessary that we don't lose sight of the history of people that have attempted this journey back and failed. As much as we are often quick to sing the praises of Ghana, the other side of the story also needs to be told. Moving to Ghana will come with many set of challenges, especially for people that have never lived in Ghana before. Therefore, making a hasty move back without careful planning and adequate preparation could potentially cause your move to fail and cause you to move right back where you started from. And that is not a very nice feeling. Therefore, as we make our moves back, it is imperative to be prepared for both the challenges and successes that will surely come. The degree to which these challenges will affect you will depend on how ready you are, the plans and preparations you made in advance, and how you choose to be affected. Remember, Black people have had to endure a lot of hardships all over the world, and we've always survived. Therefore, living and thriving in Ghana with all the challenges that it may present will be child's play if we prepare, have a plan, and by adopting a survivor state of mind that, come what may, we will overcome. When that happens, challenges become trivial and problems will be transformed into opportunity, and life will be filled with happiness and bliss. And especially to my fellow Ghanaians now living overseas, know that in the same way you figured out how to survive living in the West, so also will you figure out living in Ghana after you move back. So the time is now. Start planning today. And lastly, telling our story. This year bears witness that the birth of telling our own African story has well and truly begun, with a lot of people sharing their African experience, their journeys in Ghana, and stories of people awakening. I, for one, am very proud to be a part of this narration because not only have I also undergone my own personal awakening during the course of this year, but hopefully I have helped in a very small way to awaken someone else, and that is a truly beautiful thing. But more stories need to be told in all different aspects. So I'm urging all that can to join this era of African storytelling. Let's get louder and louder in all the different ways we know how. Those that know history should teach it. Those that can take us with them on their individual journey should take us along. Those that know how to analyze, motivate, and inspire should do so. And those that can show Africa to the world should tell the story that way. The louder and better we get at telling our story, the BBCs and CNNs will have no choice but to change the tune of their songs. They will have no choice but to sing the songs our way, because the old ways that they have been typically telling the African story would not cut it anymore, because that is old news. Don't forget to check out the Move to Ghana program for more information on how to plan effectively for a move to Ghana. The link is in the description box below. Let me know your thoughts on the issues raised in this video in the comment section below and add on any tips and suggestions you may have. Kindly do subscribe to the channel to be notified of new videos. And if you could hit that like button for this video, I will really appreciate it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.